In the top right-hand corner today, we have our green Protoss, who goes by the name of Soul. Amazing. And in the bottom left-hand corner today, we have J Power. Good stuff. Soul,
Excellent.
actually somebody who keeps telling me how to play StarCraft better. Because I want that advice. I want that advice so bad. I could floss my teeth with that much advice. I love it. I love it. Oh, amazing. So, PvZ, Daybreak, Delight, as usual. All good stuff.
Indeed. It's a good map. I like this map a lot.
Yeah, me too, actually. You know what? It's nice. There's not a massive amount of dead space on it, apart from to the left of each base. It's good stuff. But, I mean, I'm really, really interested to see what's going to go down here. This is the first time I've seen Soul playing in something that isn't fluid gaming. And I'm really, really interested to see what actually goes down, you know?
Well, I mean, we see quite a lot of quick three base from Protoss, because this map kind of easy to do that. Because you've got the middle blocks off, and it's a long way around for any units.
Yeah, you've also got the
good.
great visibility from that watchtower as well.
It's a good watchtower,
which is just
one of the better ones.
Yeah, and that's really, really, really going to help. Nice. Yeah. I mean, Soul looks like he's going to go ahead and be putting down his expansion. Right now, down it goes at a fairly good time, but that is actually Nexus before Forge and before Gateway, so it's a more slightly dangerous kind of expansion.
It's a dangerous-looking probe.
Yeah, man. Very dangerous-looking probe.
Is it going to be doing any sort of cannon business? No.
No. Well, I mean, Soul doesn't actually have a Forge down at the moment, so I don't really think that could materialize. I mean, he is put one down only. Very nice indeed. Oh, yeah. So we do have the expansion come down from J-Power. Wouldn't surprise me too much if we were going to see a third one coming down as well. But that, of course, is if the players are going to be playing economically or what. But I sense that J-Power probably not going to go for any sort of like roach aggression or anything like that, as there's no gas yet.
No.
Typically, the gas pool will go down the same time if you're going to see roach aggression.
Yeah, he's got that drone ready to put the third down anyway, so...
Oh, and there it goes.
He is going to go three base. We don't know if our friend Soul is going to be responding at his own sort of third base sooner.
Yeah,
rather than later, but you know, he's got the double gas on the way, and he could just sort of go into a, you know, one of the plus upgrades, gateway pushes that are popular as well with, you know, immortals or sentries.
Yeah. I mean, the probe from Soul will actually be scouting the third base, so Soul knows what's going on. And actually, that might go ahead and alleviate some pressure from him a little bit. You know, he knows that the Zerg's not going to be doing anything too crazy just yet, because obviously he's just bought another hatchery.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he feels pretty safe to do his plan.
Okay. Sweet as a nut. Fantastic. And actually, Soul is going to be topping up the probes with his main Nexus there. And that's something that I have seen before, but when he was coaching me, was like, dude, you need to actually get your main Nexus and put the rally point onto the mineral lines in your natural. And it's a far more effective way of kind of topping up, because you don't lose any mining time while the transfer is going on. And it's pretty cool stuff. I really like it. I think I saw a guy do it once, and I copied it for a little bit, but I don't know. Because Soul said it to me, I thought, you know, I'll just go ahead and do it. And it is actually pretty solid, you know, and that natural mineral line will fill up fairly dang quickly.
Is it like a preference thing, or is it genuinely a bit better?
I think it's a preference thing, you know.
A lot of people do like to throw the transfer quickly, so they start mining that base out more, so their main lasts for longer.
I mean, maybe there's some sort of fine science behind it, but I don't actually think there is, really. I think it is largely a preference thing, but it does make sense that you'll lose mining time if you pull guys off the main, you know? It makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is obviously something that is quite core in StarCraft, really. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Soul throw down 4 gateways in a minute.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to go for some sort of Sentry Immortal push, because he's going to get that upgrade now. He's going to probably start pumping Immortals after maybe an Observer.
Yeah.
And it's a Warp Present. Cheeky.
If I know Soul, it's all going to be about the sentries. It's all going to be about...
He's been banking, you know, he started producing those pretty much after his first unit, and he's just continued to do so out of that gateway. The sentries are good. I mean, if you can get that Warp Present into the main, you can force field off the ramp, attack the main, which is really, really horrible to deal with. And yeah, no, it's a good strat.
Solid strat. Oh yes. So I'm actually really looking forward to some crazy Warp Prism play here. I can't wait. For anyone that is joining us, this is the in-house finals of the Ucap StarCraft 2 teams tournament. Oh yeah. So obviously super duper looking forward to seeing who actually comes out the victor in this. Zealot, unfortunately for him, is going to go back to Ire and die.
He's not coming out the victor.
No, he's not. But we have a Warp Prism inbound here, 2 sentries on the way. Now, I'm wondering what Soul is going to do with these sentries. Oh, wait. He's going to warp some more stuff in. Actually, it's going to turn into a much bigger attack than I initially thought it was going to be.
Yeah, this is interesting. I haven't really seen anyone do much of this. I mean, of course, you can warp in directly onto creep, which is awesome. So we're going to have to see how much damage this can do, and I think it could do quite a lot.
Especially if those Zealots get hold of the Queens. Oh, lovely force fields there by Soul. Very nice.
Oh, and the sentries. No.
Not quite sure.
No, they kind of got pushed around by the Lings a bit, and they couldn't really throw down anything. The Zealots are doing kind of well, to be honest, and they are good against roaches as long as they can attack them. Yeah. But focusing down another Queen is really good.
Oh man, if Soul can get that Queen, that was nice. There we are, Queen goes down. And actually, overall, a fairly efficient push there from Soul.
Yeah, and he's going to do some more damage.
Yeah. You know, he actually did a fairly good amount of damage there. Really nothing to be sniffed at. 2 Queens. It's pretty good.
Look at his natural there. He's got 2 Immortals, 4 more sentries. And this could turn into... I mean, I don't know if he's going to go for the 3rd. He's going to probably make it look like he's going for the 3rd. And Probe's going down there, but... This could be just a straight expand.
Well, I mean... Oh, yeah, there the expansion goes down for Soul. But it's really great to see how well he was macroing up behind that. It's good stuff, you know. It proves no newbies in this game.
Well, there's 59 drones, 55 probes. That's really good for Soul. His 3rd's on the way, which is not too bad because that's fairly quick.
Yeah. J-Power going and getting Hydralisks, a move that I do actually agree with.
It's another drop in the main, but it gets cleaned up really quite quickly.
Well, the Warp Prism will get away.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of roaches out now for J-Power, actually. He's been building those up steadily, and with the Hydras you mentioned earlier, that's going to be, you know, it's going to be... They do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, you want the Hydras because of how fast they actually fire. Against the Immortals, really, you want the DPS to stack up nice and quickly.
Has he got the range upgrade for them?
No.
Because that is super good, and you really need it. No, he hasn't got it yet.
Okay.
Okay, but he's got +2 on the way. He's droning behind this though, so it's not going to be he's not, you know, planning on killing anyone with it. Maybe pick off some production. Killing that forge would be nice. See
what you can do. I mean, Soul's immortal count's quite high, and actually J-Power there gets the forge. I'm not actually sure if Soul got the council on the weapons there. Nice force fields by Soul, really nice and tidy, but unfortunately it does allow J-Power the opportunity just to walk into Soul's base. Whether or not that opportunity will be taken is a completely different matter. But
he's going to grab the Robo, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to lose all his army, and oh no, it's kind of a flank coming in, but it's not going to do too much. And I don't know if this was quite, you know, it wasn't that it really worked.
Delaying that forge was a good one, though, you know. And obviously, he did kill the Robo. That's the only Robo that Soul actually has.
Another one halfway on the way, but it's definitely going to delay him. But his 3rd's, you know, intact, and his income is good, to be honest. He needs to get guys on the gas, which he just did.
J-Power obviously presuming that there is some sort of expansion down here because that's the direction that Soul's army actually came from, and he's going to be having a look and coming back straight out again.
4th from J-Power, going down now, and you know that's what he needs to do. He needs to maybe even throw down a 5th because
Zealots in the mineral line there of J-Power actually as well, but they do get cleared up. They do fairly little drone damage. In fact, there's only been 1 drone killed this entire game so far. I mean, Soul has done his best to kind of get the kills, but I mean, he hasn't done too badly. He's killed Queens, man, and Queens are almost better than drones sometimes, especially if the inject's not on the way.
Yeah, definitely. We see the Hive. Yeah, I was about to say about the Hive. It's going to start now, and that's what he needs to get to now because it's starting to get into that late game. And that's when he's going to need more power against what the Protoss can get out. Now he's on 3 bases. I'm
super duper excited to see a Broodlord game later on.
Yeah.
If that happens, yeah.
And usually you hate Broodlords.
Oh, I hate them when I play against them. But,
Who
it's
doesn't?
completely a different cup of tea. And this War Prism needs to be really, really careful because there are infestors. Oh, and they nearly get the War Prism there. Speaking of which, have you seen the War Prism changes that are coming out?
I have not.
Let's see. They are increasing... No, sorry, they're decreasing the health of the eggs for infested Terrans.
Okay.
So they're obviously easier to kill. And they're reducing the range for fungal growth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Blimey. Some Lings getting killed in the middle, not too big a deal. And that's a pretty scary Protoss army moving out. There's a load of sentries there. They've got loads of force fields. It's probably about, ooh, I don't know, sort of 15, 20 force fields.
I mean, Sol does have the Zealot legs at the moment, but he doesn't actually have any Zealots in his army. Obviously, against Infestors and Zerglings, Zealots would be an absolute prime choice, but it really will just come down to how good the force fields are going to be.
This +2-2 just finished, but this is about the best time for Sol to engage.
Yeah, and actually that's not a bad engagement at all. The force fields aren't too bad, but unfortunately the Zerglings still get in.
Fungal Growth did a number on that, and he lost all the sentries. He lost the Immortals because they were caught out by the Fungals, and the Roaches were able to clean up the Stalkers along with the infested Terrans. But there's still a load of Stalkers.
Yeah.
It's going to be Blink Microing.
Very good Blink Micro, actually, yeah. But will it be enough? I'm not sure. I mean, you do have the infested Terrans there in the back as well, doing all sorts of damage. And will it be enough? I mean, if Sol can...
units.
If Sol can break this,
then...
That'd be good, obviously. But our Zergler is swarming in minerals, and he is just making Zerglings after Zerglings after Zerglings at the moment. Of course, Zerglings not great against these Stalkers, and here comes the swarm with the Roaches. A fungal growth there would have absolutely paralyzed that army in place and completely wiped Sol out, but no energy on the Infestors.
Yeah, I mean, J-Pow's been keeping up with his injects, so he's been able to produce a lot of Lings, and Lings, if they can catch up to the Stalkers, are going to pretty much destroy them. And he's got a lot of Roaches, still got the Infestors. He's kept 5 of them alive, which is a good job.
Here we go, we have Sol having to do a retreat right now. 99 supply to 158. So, I mean, whew.
It's looking scary for our Protoss player here.
Yeah, for Sol.
Yeah, but I mean, Greater Spire is on the way. He's getting more Infestors, getting Corruptors, getting 2-2 for his melee. Yeah, it's going to be scary, but Temporal Archive's coming now for Sol, and, you know, the Mothership producing abilities.
Yeah. Nice bit of fleet bacon. Are we going to see some carriers?
Either way, I want to see the old, with the Temporal Archives and the Mothership coming, he knows he needs the Archon toilet.
J-Power taking a 5th base right now, just as Sol is actually taking his 4th. So it's fairly safe to say that Sol, tiny bit behind in the base department at the moment, because generally speaking you want to be one behind a Zerg only sort of thing, you know?
All these Stalkers could get caught out here, but they do have Blink, which is good.
Nice defensive Blink, but I'm really, really worried for Sol that he might actually just go ahead and lose this Nexus if the Zerg army just focuses it down, and yes he will, and he's still going to be a little bit more behind in the bases there because the Nexus goes down, gets placed down again straight away, but it certainly would have opened Sol's eyes to the possibility that this game could end pretty badly for him. And there we go. Fungal Growth's going down on the Stalkers as well, of course, allowing the Lings to come in and surround. Ooh, Broodlords on the way. And that's quite a lot of Broodlord, man. That's 8 Broodlords?
That's a scary amount of Broodlord.
That is a scary amount of Broodlord, especially if you're a Protoss player.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting Adrenal Glands, his upgrades are being really nice. He's got 8 Broodlords on the way. He's going to be up to, what's like 14 Infestors? Yeah. Something like that. And oh, it's kind of getting scary for Sol. He needs to get the Templar out and Archons out.
We have to see what happens. Mothership is halfway done, but this is the wrong time for the Broodlords to attack him, really.
Yeah, he needs a little bit of time to get all that stuff out, but he's not going to get it. And he's been stuck on Stalker Immortal Sentry for such a long time.
Yeah,
and he's not really able to get any Colossi
now as well.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
We're just going to see, like, going to have to see how much damage Sol's army can negate, you know, with the Broodlings. really,
yeah, I mean,
but
he needs this base
this
so
is another
badly.
full-out assault right here on the 4th base of Seoul. And I don't know, man. These Broodlords seem a little bit out of position to me, though. And actually, 3 of them just died very, very quickly indeed. But nevertheless, there are 5 more sitting at the back. Infested Terrans take out the vast bulk of the army while the Roaches and Infestors push forwards. 4 more Broodlords at the back there, doing very, very little indeed. You know what? Every Broodlord deserves a holiday.
They do. I mean, they need to calm down a bit before they go into, you know, fight. And, you know, it's tiring flapping all day.
The mothership has arrived, and this is really, really bad news for J-Power because he doesn't have any detection at all. I mean, Fungal Growth will reveal the units, but that's a lot of energy, and he'll have to get the Infestors very, very close to do it. And quite rightly, he actually pulls away.
Is he going to get the Nexus with the Infested Terrans?
Is he? Is he? No,
is he
man.
Really
all the Infested Terrans just switch off the Nexus. Very lucky indeed.
That was close.
That could be really quite dangerous.
That could have been really embarrassing.
Absolutely.
We have, you know, a lot of base now for J-Power. And Sol has got this base, but it's a bit low. You know, like a Ling counter will take that out.
I mean,
really
if a drone sneezes on it, it will probably fall over. So, obviously not
basically made out of wicker now.
And here we go. We've got Overseers. Oh, terrible me.
Overseers galore.
We have Overseers on the map. We have the Broodlords pushing forwards. Dangerous, dangerous times indeed for Seoul. And the Infestors are actually... I don't know, man. I'm not sure about the Infestor positioning. Really.
And he has a Vortex as well. The Corruptus is going in to try and kill off the Mothership, I presume. And he might have to Vortex those, which would be pretty horrible.
Yeah, well...
Don't lose your Mothership. Oh god, that was close.
And here we go. We are going to go ahead and see a big engagement now.
The Zog's got Parasite as well, don't forget that.
Uh-oh.
So if he Parasite... Oh, the Mothership died anyway.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Oh man, those Infestors are so out of position. Like 3 of them died from the laser fire. But those Infestors, dude, they were really, really not in the right place at all. So we have J-Power there kind of preemptively losing some Infestors that he might not have had to lose. Really.
Yeah, and Sol needs breaks like this to continue on with this game because he's running out of
sniping
resources.
the Broodlords, and I think Sol might be able to just actually roll this army right now because of where the Broodlords were, because of where the Infestors were as well. Infestors coming in, dropping some Infested Terrans, seeing what they can do, but it's just not enough. It's too little, too late. Sol gonna maybe be focusing down the Overseers as well. No, he was going after the Infested Terrans that wanted that Nexus dead. Whew. Meanwhile, in the top of the map, we have Zealots coming into one of the bases of J-Power, already slightly damaged. Fungal Growth coming down on the Zealots, but really doesn't look like the hatchery stands much of a chance. Down it goes.
And that was a nice warp in. He's been really good with the old warp prisms.
Yep.
It's been keeping J-Power on his toes and possibly a bit off his game. He's having to throw up all these spines everywhere, which has probably hurt, you know, his mineral drone count kind of, you know, thing. And Sol's now on an additional base, which is excellent for him. That's exactly what he needs because J-Power's kept him back on bases quite heavily, and
you know,
J-Power's got a lot of Broodlords.
Sol's ahead in bases.
Insane.
So that's awesome. Sol kind of doing like a judo flip right here.
That's what it is. That's the professional name for this move in StarCraft.
Judo flip.
Yeah.
Nice.
Has he got another Mothership yet?
Yeah. So here we go. The judo flip is trying to be reversed. There's so many Zerglings in the 5th base of Sol, and they're going to be killing off a lot of them probes. The Nexus will stay up, probably though, but I mean, the workers killed. It's just skyrocketing for J-Power. It's 37
that's pretty
workers
horrible.
killed.
Yeah, man, that's nasty.
That is nasty indeed. If we look at the income tab right now, we've got 73 drones to 53 probes. So Sol is actually slightly behind on how many workers he has, but I don't think it's such a huge difference at this point in time. The one thing that the Zerg's going to really, really be worrying about is the fact that he is missing his 5th base.
Yeah, I mean, he was ahead of Sol there for a bit, but then Sol kind of got back to transfer his probes, and yeah, the long-range mining isn't working so well for J-Power.
No. We have the Immortal drop coming in right here into the Natural. actually. So, I mean, maybe he'll be able to get in there, snipe the Queen, maybe kill off Spine Crawlers, because, of course, the hardened shield of the Immortal is really, really going to allow him to stay there and do so much damage. But I think J-Power knows that it's there. There are Lings on the field, and these two Immortals, their days are numbered, man. Oh, dear, the Immortals go down, and the entirety of the Zerg army swarms down on them. And, oh, my goodness. Look how many Broodlords J-Power has.
Yeah, that is a worrying sight. And he has so much
Broodlords.
energy on those infestors. That's redonkulous.
Yeah, man. Ultralisk Cavern out as well for J-Power.
Hmm.
Oh,
There's
wow.
a changeling party over there.
Changeling pass.
I what that's all about.
We also have air weapons +3 done, or just about to finish with J-Power as well. Of course, going down the route of Broodlords more and more. And these things, man, they are so freaking good. They're so good. And I don't know what the agenda is for J-Power of his 14 Broodlords and flying in a perfect triangle. We're just going to have to see.
I mean, what's the plan for Sol in engaging this? Is going to rely on a very good vortex. He needs to vortex, either most of those Broodlords or all of them.
Yeah.
To be able to deal with this.
And that's without getting neural parasited by the...
and then, reverse vortex. That would be the extreme OG flip.
That's not what you want to happen. But here we go. We do have Sol taking down the middle rocks, maybe looking like he is going to go up this ramp and actually walk straight into the Zerg army. A Fungal Growth goes down on the Archons. Ooh. I don't know, man. That was close. That was close. Sol nearly walking into J-Power's army right there.
Yeah, Sol might think I think he thought he was ready, but he may not be. That's a huge Zerg army. That's really, really, really scary. And
all the energy on the Infestors as well.
Yeah, it's a worrying thing. But he has got 4 high. Sol's got 4 high temperatures. He could feed back those Infestors. That would be what we would call clutch.
There are 3 Broodlords on the right here that almost seem quite out of position. But here we go. We do have the big engagement coming down right here, and actually, it's just pure Infestor Broodlord, and it's really showing its colours right now, being so hard to deal with and brutal. Yeah,
the Stalker's just got murdered, and the High Templar go down.
There's still one in there, so I mean, he could get a Psystorm off, maybe feedbacking the Infestors. That would just be an absolute gem.
Yeah, he got a couple earlier, but he wasn't really able to get in there. Just because of the sheer amount of Broodlords, and he does get one there.
Sol's upgrade's looking really good right now, though. He's got his 2 shields just finishing, and of course that's going to make it really difficult for J-Power to do a massive amount of damage at all. In fact, both players doing really well, keeping up with their macros. But I will say
the bank is suffering for Sol, though.
Yeah.
That's what the Protoss needs to be able to quickly reinforce off a huge amount of gateways. They need that bank, but he's mined out of main and natural and third pretty much now. He's just on 2 base.
That's the thing about Daybreak. It does get to this part where you're like, where should I go now, you know? Like,
yeah.
Because you're almost encroaching into each other's territory.
Yeah, you're so close by the time you take the those 2 bases in the top, and the north and south. It's kind of that's why
I like Sol's odds
position here, really.
I really like Sol's odds. Oh, and there goes the Vortex down on some of the Broodlords. The Archons are going to try and get in, I don't know. Or maybe is Sol just going to get his army underneath? Psystorm going down on Broodlords as well. And yep, there go the Archons into the Vortex. And the Broodlords die. Another Vortex going down as well. And this newly formed hatchery for J-Power is just going to turn into mush in a second.
I believe so. I mean, they were the vortexes he needed, but there's still a large amount of Broodlords on the field, but most of the Infestor energy is gone.
Yeah.
So things are looking good for Sol at the moment.
Yep, that was a really cost-efficient engagement for Sol as well.
He let all of the Corruptors get away though. He had like free 13 Corruptors there.
Yeah. J-Power's only down 4 Broodlords from what he kind of started out with at the moment.
It wasn't terrible. He just needs time to wait for his Infestors to build up energy again. Bank some more gas, basically. But there's a Zealot, push up the top, which isn't going to do anything because there's 3,000 Spine Crawlers there. Just jabbing away.
Okay, up at the top right here, we have a Warp Prism flying in with the speed. And what's he doing, man? He is actually just going to go all the way straight to the natural expansion again.
He cares not for vision.
No, absolutely not. Meanwhile, Sol is going to be pushing forward with all of those Stalkers. Most of them get fungal growth, unfortunately for them. But you got to remember, like, one fungal growth against a Protoss army is not actually that great, because it'll just eat through the shields, and the Stalkers can then just get away. The Grub's coming in, trying to snipe the Mothership. All important to kill the Mothership, and it goes down.
Yeah, that's not a good, that's a bad loss there for Sol. It's going to make him retreat now, because he needs to get that back out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's going to stop this huge army here from J-Power. And if you look at the army tab, is worrying, to say the least.
I mean, J-Power he has the army, he has the technology. But then again, so does Sol, you know, both players doing so well to keep up with their tech and stuff. Well, I mean, really, that phase of the game's actually gone, I suppose, anyway.
Yeah, but the army is 9k, 7k, or 9k, 8k really for J-Power, and 5k, 3k for Sol.
Yeah,
and
that Nexus goes down.
Huge army. It's just double. It's like double the strength.
So Sol has actually been forced to retreat right here in the face of 45 workers killed by his opponent. Meanwhile, we have Broodlings running all the way from the to the 5th right there and dying upon impact.
Very close.
But seizing the day with this push, J-Power is going to be going ahead and expanding twice. So good moves right there. Lots of spines going down as well, kind of ensuring himself for the future. But at this point in time, Sol is looking a little bit precarious, to say the least, simply because of how much Zerg there is on the field and where it is. You know, it's right next to his natural. Now, if Sol wants to attack us, he is going to have to be pushing up a ramp. But more than that, I think he might actually just be coming in the flank.
Yeah, I mean that could work out well for him, but it's a scary prospect.
Yeah.
He doesn't need any of this stuff that J-Power's destroying, so that's a lot of wasted Infestor Terrans. There was a Nexus and a few, you know, pylons and assimilators.
Yeah. Oh man,
so,
nice feedback's coming down.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Oh my goodness. What's that? 19 Broodlords?
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's craziness.
So J-Power at this point in time looking very strong with his 19 Broodlords, and I'm not actually sure what Sol can do against that. You know, he's got some Archons, he's got some High Templar, but he just doesn't have anything to kind of like group them together or anything like that. I don't know, man.
It's just biding his time, and he just needs to that perfect engagement, but I just don't think he's got anything for it, and he's barely mining.
Yeah, he is actually going to be going for the new base of J-Power right now. And if this turns into a base race, I think we know who will win. So...
Yeah, I mean, eventually he's going to have to engage that army, and it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. I just can't see it. There are so many Broodlords. Even if he was to blink his Stalkers underneath, like, he still might just die, you know?
I mean, there's 19 Broodlords and only 26 Stalkers. So there's almost too many. There's almost more Broodlords and Stalkers, which is never good.
Absolutely. The Infestors are under fire right there, though, and actually Sol getting quite a lot of free Infestor kills. But I'm not sure if it will be enough.
Yeah, and he's keeping us 2 High Templar alive, which is
nice
good,
Psystorm going down on those Broodlords there. But there we go. The Stalkers have blinked underneath. They've been fungal growth. The Broodlords are going to absolute town. Another Psystorm coming down. It's just not going to be enough, man.
Yeah, just the J-Power showing power of Zerg and mowing everything down. I mean, if I wanted my grass cut, I'd use a Broodlord.
If you wanted your grass cut, you would use a Broodlord.
You just fire, like, you know, 14 Broodlings at the grass and they just tear it up like they just did that army. And then just leave, you know, bloodstains all over your front lawn. So,
good game, well played, leaves the game. So we'll progress on to game number 2.
Indeed, so a good game there. And
it was a good game, actually.
Showing the strength of Broodlord Infestor.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean...
Good positioning.
It's one of these compositions where you have to be very, very careful indeed. Because if your opponent blinks directly underneath you and you're not fully concentrating, that can be some pretty horrible stuff. You know? Yeah,
that can have some unfortunate circumstances.
Absolutely. I'm just going to quickly redo the title of our Reddit post for this so we get more people watching. Because that's always fun. Oh, yeah. That's right. Sweet, isn't it? Have I spelled Twitch right? You know when you look at, like, a word, and you think to yourself, have I spelled that word right? And I'm talking about, like, words like out. I was looking at the word out earlier.
Well, out barely looks like a word sometimes anyway. There are some words that don't look like words occasionally.
Yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree. It's almost as if, like, I don't know, some words, man,
Melon
sometimes.
doesn't look like a word.
What doesn't?
Melon.
Melon. Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know about melon. I think
For me, it doesn't look like a word.
Have you loaded up the next game?
I'm more than ready.
Dude, let's breeze into this. 5, 4,
come on.
3, 2, 1. Amazing. Oh, goodness. So in the bottom right-hand corner, we have Sol, the green Protoss. And in the top left-hand corner, we have J-Power, the red Zerg. There we go. That was a very fast introduction.
It was swift.
It was swift, man. Like a Ferrari off the lines.
Indeed.
Oh, yes. Ooh, yeah. So, last game, man. Last game.
Think?
I wonder what we're going to see this time. Like, maybe something along the same lines?
It's entombed, so you've got an easy third base.
Yeah.
Which you can control by positioning your army where the rocks currently are, basically. It's a nice map for Protoss, so I'm guessing
I mean, there's a lot
Sol's happy with this.
There's a lot of expansions, you know?
Yeah, but they're not so easy to defend. I mean, the fourth is pretty horrific, let's face it. There's so many ways to harass either of the bases you take as your fourth.
Absolutely. I mean, you do have the high ground vision on one of them, which of course gives you a defensive bonus, really. But
got some nice counter-attack paths.
The fact of the matter is, by the time that Sol takes that fourth, his opponent will almost definitely have air units of some description, you know, if not maybe even just some overseers. So, I don't know, man. I like this map. I don't know what kind of style of map picking they're doing in this tournament. Like if they're doing like winner picks.
I guess loser's pick if it's going to be
winner picks, loser's pick.
If it's entombed, it's usually a choice of either a Protoss or a Terran versus a Zerg. It's a good map for. Because if you can get on 3 bases, it's easy to deny the Zerg the fourth on this particular map, basically. So you want to get a 3 base and then push out and stop just when your opponent tries to take their fourth. Because it's hard to, you know, take it. And then you can just win from there. So that's usually the plan, I reckon. We'll see.
And then we go, we have the Nexus thrown down for Sol. And again, that is actually before any sort of Forge or Gateway or anything like that. Forge follows suit pretty dang quickly. But needless to say,
what's Sol seen?
Eh?
What's Sol seen? Sol's seen everything, so he's seen the pull timing and everything. So he knows when he can get away with the Nexus before Forge.
He's playing safe. And I'll wager that he knows J-Power's he knows how J-Power is doing things. You know, he knows roughly J-Power's style as well because they're on the same team. I know that Sol's only been on this team for like a month or something. I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I still think that's probably going to be enough time to see. But who knows?
Styly.
Yeah, what's
J-Power's going for the third, which is a good plan. You need to start working on the rocks sooner or later.
In fact, this opening is very, very, very similar to what we just saw on Daybreak. It's almost the same kind of start to the game. The inject will be coming down very, very shortly for this hatchery, I believe. The Queen's just slightly out of energy right now, exhausted from walking down that hill. Oh, dear. She just can't wait to vomit all over the hatchery.
Indeed.
Oh,
when I go for a run, all I can do afterwards is vomit.
Well, at least you can run slightly faster than the Queen.
I don't know.
Alright, cool beans. This, of course, is a matchup where we are going to see quite a lot of uses of the Zelnaga Tower, because they are cross positions, of course. And that's always something that's absolutely lovely, because you get a kind of king of the hill situation, and it's nice. It's very, very nice indeed. Now we have Sol is going to be going ahead and scouting around the place right now with a Zealot. He's going to see the Overlord flying around, but there's not much that Zealot can do unless he's you know, talented at high jump. Like, exceedingly talented.
I don't think Zealots do much training on that.
Zealots do aerobics too, man.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
Parkour. Clarinet. All of that.
I wonder if a StarCraft unit, like, what would happen if they did play the clarinet?
I don't know, they'd probably do recitals after battles and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Play the theme music of their race, you know.
So here we go. I really like this Zergling here from J-Power that's just patrolling back and forth in one of the blind spots of this map. It's pretty intelligent play, really, because he's covering all of his bases, you know. His scouting in general is quite good, and Overlord goes down at the back right there, and actually will go ahead to supply block J-Power for a little while, but it's only a momentary thing, really.
Sol's banking quite a lot of money. I'd be interested to see what he throws down with that. What's he going to do?
He's throwing down a third.
Ah.
Down it goes. Oh, yes. So we're getting the robotics facility, and actually, this is almost the same game.
It is. I mean, it's a good play. I mean, you can kind of predict the opening of a PvZ quite consistently these days. You know, the Protoss is going to get 3 bases at some point. They are going to get Immortals and Sentries. And it just depends on what order they get them in, basically. And the Zerg's going to get onto 3 base, and they're going to get a Lair, a Roach one, and an Evo Chamber.
I mean, I know that Daybreak can be a very, very awkward thing for Protoss versus Zerg, you know?
Yeah.
And I think, really, this map is just far more easy for it. And I think...
Yeah, I mean, you can force field well, and the rocks still aren't down for J-Power, actually. But he's made a lot of lings.
He has made a lot of lings.
41
lings in total. They're going to be going ahead and attacking that pylon.
He hasn't started speed yet. That's got to be a mistake, right? He's got the money.
I don't know, man. But nevertheless, we have lots of Protoss units running away from Zerglings here. The pylon goes down at the front of the natural. There's a slight gap there, but I don't actually think that any Zerglings could get through that. But it was a close one, you know, in the force field there from Sol. But here we go, we have J-Power just hammering away. Perhaps he doesn't want this game to go quite as long as the last one?
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, he has built a lot of things, which has probably hurt his drone count, but he's going for the Spire, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And he saturated the gas on his third before the mineral, so he's definitely going to be heavily investing into muters, and maybe that is why he's banking so much gas. But you know, as I say, that he gets metabolic boost, but.
Oh, well.
Yeah, this will be a different play from J-Power now. No roaches, just the roach one as insurance.
Perhaps like a Ling Muta play.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, he's getting Carapace, which allows him to kind of go in either way. He hasn't committed to which brown needs, but for the second Evo Chamber, I would imagine he was going to go for the Ling Muta. Get them double ups.
Oh, yeah. But I'm really, really looking forward to see if J-Power uses some mutas. I like mutas. I like just the way they do things, you know?
He's going to have a worrying amount of muta when he gets them overlords. And the minerals climb up higher. And is Sol anywhere near prepared for this? I mean, if you're a Protoss player right now, and you didn't know there were mutas coming...
Does he not know there's mutas coming? No, I guess he doesn't, does he?
He must not know mutas are coming
no,
because he's not got any
scouted
defense.
Well, I mean, you might presume it, because Zerg's been fairly quiet apart from Lings without speed.
He has seen nothing, though. Sol's literally seen barely anything from the start of the game. You know, he's like 7 minutes have gone by since he last saw in there, so
but you would note to yourself that those Lings didn't have speed at that point in the game, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
You'd go, oh, okay, so he's banking gas for something. So that's either really going to be like Infesta play or mutas.
And I really like this play from J-Power. He's built 9 mutas or something, and now he's gone straight for the Evo Chamber, and he's not building any more mutas. So he's going to throw these mutas at Sol. Sol's going to freak out, build cannons everywhere, and start going, blink. And then he's going to be kind of caught with an Infesta Roach army.
But actually, Sol is anticipating this thoroughly because the Stalkers are at the back of the natural. You know, he's building up some cannons all over the place.
He's got no map presence. And this allows J-Power to get that tricky 4th base up. So the problem I was talking about earlier where you can't get the 4th very easily, J-Power's kind of, got around that by going mutas, which forced the Protoss to be inside his base, and he's able to take the fourth base, and he's getting 8 infestors at the moment and transitioning really well.
Yeah, it's kind of like transitionable Mutalisk.
Indeed, and the mutas are actually doing a fair amount of damage, to be honest.
Yeah, not bad. 5 workers killed so far. I mean, no muta has even been hit yet, so you know it's not terrible by any means. Burrow on the way, actually.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting. I think it could, he's got so many infestors now. He could be going, maybe for the infested Terrans, a hell of a lot of those and throw them everywhere and try and break the third.
Yeah.
Or he could just be building up into that comp that worked for him so well last time.
Yeah.
And more gas being denied there for Sol.
Oh god, one muta goes down.
Shot in the face.
Absolutely.
Sol's got a nice army count. His infrastructure's looking really nice, and he's got Blink for the Stalkers. They're 1-0 at the moment, +2 on the way.
And he is actually just going ahead and getting lots and lots of Colossus. And that's cool, man. Colossus are freaking awesome. Your opponent has loads of Lings, get some Colossus. Nothing melts Lings quicker than Colossus. Or maybe Sidestorm.
Or a really intense microwave.
Or a microwave, yeah, why not? Alright. But it does actually look like J-Power is not going to be expanding. I thought that maybe he was going to be expanding to the top right because there was a little dot on the minimap, but it turned out to be a Ling!
He wants to be a hatchery so badly.
I know, man. He's just going to sit there and strain and strain and strain until he can be a hatchery. Meanwhile, Sol is moving out. And he is coming up the secret passageway, but was spotted by that pesky patrolling Ling. But this could be a bit difficult for J-Power right now because, he's kept Sol in his base for so long, and he was very, very happy with that. And now Sol's moving out.
Look at J-Power's vision. He literally sees everything on the map.
Very good.
And this backup. The Sol moving into the fourth base of J-Power, he really wants to kill there, so he's got the army for it.
Corrupt's slightly out of position there, just hovering over the Stalkers rather than over the Colossus. A nice force field's going down by Sol. Really, really good, keeping the army at bay with one hand and beating the crap out of that hatchery with another hand. Good freaking times all round. These infestors have so much energy, but I just can't work out why J-Power isn't using more of this energy.
He doesn't have the ground army yet. He does not have the ground army
To engage, and if he does, he's just going to lose everything, and he's going to be stuck with a load of kind of useless infestors. And he's got the corrupt account now. He's got the corrupt account to kill the Colossus off. But he did lose the fourth base, which is pretty hard then to deal with now. But he knows that Sol isn't on a fourth, which is good.
It looks like Sol is going to have to get away right here because there are Lings flooding in. Of course, Lings absolutely will murder Stalkers and blink away.
That was a really good hold from J-Power. Unfortunately, he did lose his fourth, but he's got a pretty good bank at the minute, so he's not going to be hurting for money for too long. Indeed, but Sol doesn't look like he's going to be moving out and taking a fourth anytime soon. Just building that army back up. He's got double robo, which is really nice. +3 on the way. No Templar Archives just yet.
Alright, man. The traffic jam is on for the Stalkers to get out of Sol's base. There we are. The greatest fire on the way right now as well. So obviously the countdown timer is ticking before J-Power's army gets really, really scary. 3+ weapons finishing up for Sol. No other upgrades done currently. But that's fine.
And there's a lot of roaches being produced by J-Power now, so he's worried about this. Which he needs to be. He is going in now.
Nice Stalker split there by Sol, and that will really, really help him. But I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a lot of investors.
Fairly quickly. And the burrow comes into play there, which is really nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sol doesn't actually have any protection on him, so he can't actually pick off those infestors. And here come the roaches, man. Roaches on creep. The fungal growth goes down. The Stalkers completely rendered immobile. And
the Blink Micro should win this for Sol, I think.
It wouldn't surprise me too much if that was the case.
The infested Terrans, are they going to make the difference here?
The Zerglings will.
The Lings will.
Yeah.
Sol retreats, and no one really got anything out of that particularly. I mean, Sol probably came off worse because J-Power was able to, save most of his investors. And J-Power hasn't lost his 4th this time, and he's actually even got a 5th. It's just finished.
Yeah,
good
dumping
times for
creep
him.
all over the expansions, all over the map.
So he's been really active about that the entire game. It's nice.
I think because this map's slightly easier to expand on than Daybreak, he doesn't want Sol going crazy and just expanding absolutely everywhere, you know?
Yeah. I mean, he's clearing the bottom one out now. But there is that cheeky burrowed link, which can be irritating.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, he won't know that's there till the creep's
it's
gone.
creep. And then he'll still think that he can place it, and then no, it's a burrowed limb. No, but the link's coming in now to ruin his day anyway. So.
Oh man, so much link. The Great Aspire is actually
here. The J-Power. He's got a lot of corruptors, but not a lot of ground units.
Man, that's such a bad place to morph Broodlords.
Yeah.
I can't work it out, but
he might have been trying to burrow his investors.
Maybe. Is it the same button?
Get that key. I think so.
Oh man. There you go. There's goodbye to, what is it, 300 minerals, 200 gas?
Yeah, I mean, that's quite a costly loss there for J-Power.
Meanwhile, we do have a Warp Prism who is just sat up here, kind of looking at the view, seeing what he can see. Not really doing too much. Zergling is running around frantically underneath, trying to get up there. Corrupt turns up. Goodbye, Warp Prism. You're so dead. Meanwhile, that little burrowed ling there is going to be a massive, massive pain in the arse for Sol to deal with, and really, really is going to hurt his prospects of expanding anytime soon.
So this game's kind of reached a bit of a stalematey kind of point, with both players kind of wandering around the map trying to... There's that ling.
Yeah.
So he does finally get his 4th base planted.
Yeah. I mean, Sol again is like slightly behind in how many bases he has. Zerg on 5, Sol's just re-getting his 4th back even. I mean, he barely had it up before it died, so...
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good probe count. He's got, it's 2 ahead, actually, of J-Power at the moment, but the income for J-Power's far higher. He's got another 2 gas geysers running, and he could have another 2 on top of that if he wanted, but he's actually needing minerals currently. Just because he's been building, he's been building spines and buildings and hatches, and he's running low on drones. He needs to maybe top up a tiny bit, but I guess if he's going to Broodlords, then he wants that huge army count.
Yeah.
But he needs it soon, because Sol's maxing out really quite swiftly now.
I mean, it's weird because Zerg has largely been left alone. He did lose a hatchery earlier, but largely Zerg's had a fairly easy time of it. But here we have some zealots coming in, and I don't know what they're going to do. If they're just going to go for a home run on that hatchery, but they are going to get intercepted by the Zerglings and roaches, and that is going to be all she wrote. In fact, J-Power there, I'm just going to make a note of it. He's not like going to show Sol his Broodlords too easy, Either because they're slow as all hell,
or he's only got 2 of them.
Or it's tactics. Sweet, groovy tactics.
He's embarrassed that he only has 2 Broodlords.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Sol does know.
More.
Sol does know that there are going to be Broodlords on the way. He has scouted the Great Aspire.
That's a scary army. Wow, and all the infestors. No! That's horrific. And J-Power's only on 55 drones at the moment, which is pretty horrible. He's being outmined by Sol.
Alright, Dinge is in the chat and he's just asking, what are we doing? Are we casting games? Yeah, man, we're casting games. Oh, yes. This is the finals of a best of 5 from Ucap?
Ucap.
Ucap. Oh, yes. This is their in-house tournament. Sol versus J-Power. And this is game number 2. I won't necessarily tell you who won game number 1. I don't know, man.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
One of the players is 1-0 currently. That's all the clues I'm giving.
That's surprisingly obvious.
Yeah.
Alright, man. But again, we have reached that stalemate that you were talking about earlier. Really.
Yeah, they're kind of not sure whether they can beat the other player. And that is a lot of infested Terrans for 3 Zealots.
It is, man. It really, really, really is. I mean, it's still really probably not enough for Sol to think, aha! He's spent all of his infested Terrans. I can go and push and win and murder, but not quite. But I completely agree. That's so much infested Terran just falling into pieces there.
Indeed, and he's got the army he needs, and he's got a mothership with a vortex.
Oh, nice.
There's not so many Broodlords out currently, and the infested count is lower than we've ever seen it, so...
Oh, sentries coming up, trying to block the top of the ramp. But I saw what Sol was trying to do, but unfortunately it just wasn't quick enough with the sentries. In fact, I think J-Power is very, very fast off the hook there to go and take care of this Zealot and Sentry pressure. We go more infested Terrans coming down, and you'd think that the Queen of Blades would buy like a staple gun or something, like, you know, to stop these guys from falling to pieces.
Yeah, they're brittle.
Absolutely.
Like porcelain.
Yeah. And can I just mention to Dinge in the chat as well, after this game, or after this series even, we're doing a best of 5 series between Usman and Viper XK. Oh yeah.
Best of 5?
Best of 5 or 3. I mean, they said it depends how much time they have. It depends.
So we have both players. We have Sol posturing about the middle. Kind of, he's happy here.
Posturing?
Posturing.
Absolutely. He's doing that special kind of invisible posturing.
Yeah. I mean, J-Powered, he sees nothing currently. He has no idea what is out there. And he is banking quite a lot of Broodlords now. And a lot of Infestors. He's got back up to that army that we've seen him be very effective with. But
the Zealots come in, try and do some more damage again from Sol, but it's just not going to be enough. But he does actually spy how many Broodlords his opponent has. And here we go, we have the main army from Sol coming into the middle. And what's going to happen? The creep tumors are going to die first of all. But
indeed, he needs to clear that out, really.
Yeah, almost full energy on the mothership as well, which of course will give him 2 vortex.
Yeah, and yeah, what's better than 1 vortex?
2!
Way, indeed.
There you go.
Learning.
Quite freaking right. Meanwhile, we have a Dark Shrine on the way for Sol, and actually, you know what? He's been doing some expanding. He really, really has. He's on his 5th base now. Counting, I can do it. And he's just using the time where Zerg is being slightly less aggressive, just to, you know, macro up.
Yeah, I mean, he's also kind of maybe looking to contest this base up here for J-Power. He's been harassing all game, but all the Infestors.
That's a lot of Infestor. That's a lot of Infestor to lose, man. I don't know, man. I think, like, J-Power's corrupt account leaves a little bit to be desired.
Yeah, 4.
4.
Four's low to kill that mothership, and there is there's High Templar on the field, and that could be worrying for the Infestors, because there's a lot more of them than we've seen before.
Holy hell, these guys are almost arranging their armies here. I really like the way that Sol has spread his army out, and oh, the Infestors are all going to get feedbacked. Very nice indeed, but Fungal Growth going down on the High Templar, and that's going to hurt a lot.
Oh no.
Transformation process into Archons has begun for the High Templars right now, and that's very, very good indeed, because obviously it gives them an instant amount more hit points. And uh-oh, the Infestors are out of place. Oh, the mothership's been neural parasited. And is this going to be some sort of goofy turnaround where J-Power's just going to be able to keep on neural parasiting Sol's army? I don't know.
No, but with no Infestors, the Stalkers can get under the Broodlords, and they are taking them out. But there's a hell of a lot of Broodlords there. That was actually a lot less close than I thought it would be.
That neural parasite mothership.
Yeah, that's horrible. I mean, Sol does have vision. He must have had vision there, because he was attacking stuff, but...
Yeah, ouch,
that was still horrible for him.
Really ouch.
Yeah, he's really down on army supply now, and... Oh,
it's a worry.
Yeah, that was... I didn't even understand why that was so horrible. Well,
man, I think it was something to do with the neural parasite on the mothership. It was just ouch. it really, really hurt. The way the battle started for Soul could not have been good for him either. And now we see him building loads and loads and loads of gateways. Gonna try to be making the most use of all of the minerals he has. But I don't know, man. Soul's not looking good here.
No, he needs time again to build up an army, and he needs another mothership and more Archons, and some way to deal with all of this stuff that J-Power has.
Yeah, Soul is just in a world of freaking pain right now.
Yeah, he's going to be losing a lot of production here, which is horrible for him.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Jethro, this is bad, man.
It is indeed.
Oh dear, I mean, I never like to call it before it's over, but this definitely looks bad. I mean, the army from Soul is still up, and they are hunting down the Infestors pretty nicely. The Colossus turn around, get on the Zerglings. We could see something happen here, really. I mean, the Bruglots are all focused down by the Stalkers.
Oh, something magical could happen here, but there's a lot of still a lot of lings.
I want something magical to happen. Not because I like Soul and largely, or at least I like to think so. There you go, heart. But I don't know. It would be an epic turnaround.
It would be, but I don't know. This could be dodgy.
It's looking dangerous. J-Power building 100 Zerglings right now.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that's a lot of
That's
ling.
not good.
Either way you shake it, that's a lot of Zergling.
It is. And there is Dos Colossus and an Archon. Although that Archon is a bit of a boss at 29 kills.
Where is he?
I've got to see if it can take out all of those lings.
Archon Esports.
Ha.
But here we go, we have the lings. The thing that actually just describes the swarm perfectly, running up the ramp right here. And they are going to be trying to kill as much of the stuff as they can. And actually, I think 100 lings is just going to turn out to be way too many for Soul's army to deal with. And Soul GG's. Oh dear.
Oh dear. So, game 2 going to J-Power.
So there we are, man. This is it for Soul. He needs to win this.
Yeah, he's now down 2-0. He needs to bring out the big guns.
Das big guns. Next map, Ohana. Sweet as a nut. I love Ohana. Do you know why I love Ohana so much?
I don't.
I love Ohana because it looks like a tropical resort.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you loaded?
No.
Oh. No. Oh.
Yeah,
How sheepish of you.
sheep don't sort of operate computers too well.
Yeah. Does sheep
Difficult
have
to type with
hooves?
hoofs. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maul, the keyboard one.
I can do a really good sheep impression.
I've heard it.
I won't do it on stream. That'll just be embarrassing.
It would be.
Hi, Killer Bunnies. He's in the chat. What a legend. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Viper XK is in the StarCraft chat as well. So we're just going to have to freaking see whether or not he wants to do that best of 5 later. But here we go. Going into game number 3 of the Ucap finals for their in-house StarCraft 2 tournament. Are you excited?
Woo!
All right, let's get started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. In the bottom right-hand corner today, we have Soul, who is the green Protoss, currently down 2-0. Uh-oh. So he definitely needs to win this, otherwise he is going to be eliminated from this series, and J-Power will presumably be crowned the Ucap StarCraft 2 champion.
Indeed.
In the top left-hand corner, we have J-Power, who is our red Zerg. With me today...
Out of J.
With me today is Phonics. And if you've been watching this still, you'll know that he's here.
Indeed, I am still here. I didn't randomly leave.
Nope. Didn't leave an outrage.
No.
Soul looking like he might be taking a slightly different tack with this one. Maybe sticking his pylon behind the mineral field there. We'll have to see what goes down.
Yeah, this could be some sort of plan. Ohana's a very plan-based map. Like, if you have a sort of a strategy that's designed to, like, kill and or maim your opponent, you use it on Ohana. Because the rush distance is quite short compared to other maps. You know, it's kind of dodgy on those fronts. We do see a lot of aggressive racks play in TVZ and, you know, aggressive gateway plays in PVZ. So we will have to see.
Absolutely, man. I'm excited.
Me
I'm
too.
very excited. I always get too excited for these games.
I'm literally shaking.
Shaking with excitement. Sweet. Well, I mean, it does actually look like Soul might actually just be going ahead and getting his Nexus at 17 again, like he has all the other games. Pylon in the back, though, slightly more of a dodgy opening, but then again, Ohana does have a smaller map. A smaller ramp than some of the maps that we've seen tonight. And yeah, there we go. The expansion goes down straight away. And actually, Soul doing a very nice job of blocking off the hatchery there from J-Power.
Indeed.
It is looking kind of standarder now, you know.
Yeah.
Standarder. More standard.
Standarder.
Standarder.
Kind of like Santander.
Yeah.
Santander.
Is that a French company? I always thought it was like Spanish.
I thought it was Spanish.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just sounds good with a French ring, you know?
Yeah.
And there we go, we have a gateway, actually, coming down. And I was going to go, oh, a gateway and not a forge. But the forge is building in the back of the main base of Soul. And I need to learn how to start looking at this thing more often. Also known as the production tab. Phone count going down from there. And Soul actually moving into a safer route of doing things. He is going to want to know if his Zerg opponent is going to be taking a third base anytime soon, as that will be really indicative of what's going to actually be going down. And yep, J-Power looks like he's going to be taking a third. Minerals climbing to 300, and down the third goes now.
So, I mean, the forge in the back, what can we glean from this, you reckon? He definitely wants to keep it safe?
What I feel from this is that the ramp is smaller. Therefore, he feels that he can stick the forge in the back, keep the forge nice and safe. And, actually, as a bonus as well, if there was any, like, early pool play coming in, that's a really nice place to have your forge as well.
Indeed.
So I think it's just down to the smaller ramp, you know? I think he's more willing to take a risk on the smaller ramp.
Oh, right.
That's what I glean.
Indeed.
And there's that third base from J-Power as well. Sorry, I cut you up.
No worries, you know? It's difficult. We can't see each other's faces.
No.
We don't know when we're going to stop talking.
Absolutely.
It's easy to do.
It's easy to freaking do.
So you occasionally have those awkward silences where we're both wondering, is he about to talk?
Yeah, that can go on for hours.
It can.
I remember on the car in the car to iSeries, when we went to iSeries, and what there was at least an awkward 4 hours where you thought I was going to talk, and then I didn't. And then when you got out, you're like, what were you going to say? And it's nothing. This joke's terrible.
Oh, dear. Anywho,
we have a lot of gateways coming down from Soul right now. He wants to break the mold. He definitely wants to break the mold, actually. And he's going to break all sorts of
iron
things.
Hammer.
7 gateways he's going to end up with. And if we see a robo, I will go, what? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to just see some 7 gateway pressure coming out.
Yeah, I mean, this is really dangerous for J-Power. The rocks aren't down. If he could lose his third fairly easily, to be honest, like really quite quickly as well, because Warpgate's about to be finished. The gateway timing's really nice. There is a probe out there. Pylon's gone down, and it's worrying now for J-Power. He sees it. He throws down a spine, and he's trying to work on the rocks, but I don't know if he's got enough time.
The only thing he's actually scouted, the only thing that will give him an inkling of that this is about to happen is the Overlord is sitting over a pylon that's just been placed. But is it going to be too late? I think it is. The warp gates are getting chrono boosted, and they're all opening up and ready to go and kill some stuff. Well, of course, the warp gates aren't, but the Stalkers and Zealots that come out from are. And
J-Power is in so much trouble right now. He only has 8 lings, 4 roaches. He's getting more on the way, but there's going to be a huge amount of stuff walking in now.
There's going to be a lot of stuff. I mean, Soul has the economy for this as well. He's come to dinner with a knife and fork. He's ready, baby.
Indeed, and those gates are paying off now as he's got 10 Stalkers out. And he's going to be picking off this queen and this, the drones, the third. This is probably all going to die before J-Power can get enough units to kind of hold this off.
Yeah, this is bad time for J-Power. We do have 22 lings coming in at thereabouts, but they don't have speed just yet. Metabolic boost not on the way either. And of course, when they get off creep, their effectiveness is even lessened. Zealot's actually stuck behind the Stalkers there, not a bad positioning, but just pulling the Stalkers back will fix that in no problem for Sol. And the attack carries on, and this looks like it's going to be a very, very quick win here for Sol, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see how J-Power's going to hold this. The Stalkers are kind of cutting their way through everything. The Zealots do their work, and Sol brings it to a 2-1, nice. Keeping himself alive.
Doing well, keeping himself alive. Staying alive, as the Bee Gees once sang.
They did sing that.
Once.
Just the ones. Oh, what?
What? The picture of this loading is freaking awesome.
Oh, really, you're loading? I got an error when I tried to load that game.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It
said it contained a mod that was no longer supported.
A mod?
Yeah.
It's odd. Have you been able to load it now?
Yeah, seems so. It's a funny map.
Yeah, I believe this is actually a clone of a Brood War map.
That's cool that it's in the map pool.
It's not in the map pool.
No,
for
this tournament.
Yeah. I think it is. I can't remember what the name of the map is, but I remember playing something very similar to this in Brood War when I had Brood War. You know, back when I was like 10.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you mean. It's a very interesting map.
I think it's
we need to find out the name.
Clone. Anyway, right, let's get into this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yes. Would you like to introduce?
I can do. If you would like.
Go on then. Go on.
Okay,
come on.
So in the bottom left of this map that we don't know the name of, it is our red Zerg up 2-1. It is J-Power. And in the bottom right of this map that we don't know the name of, it is our green Protoss player, the ever lovable Sol.
Oh yeah. Freaking A. I'm so sure this is some sort of Brood War map. So sure of it. And if I'm wrong, I'll be vaguely embarrassed.
It doesn't really matter.
No.
I mean, I'm not totally sure what the Brood War map names are.
No.
Well, I know like some, but I don't think it's any of the ones I know.
I think this is one of the more prevalent ones. Of course, you could say it's one of the more pregnant ones.
Could.
That would be wrong.
That'd be wrong.
That would be really wrong in so many ways.
Sol gets a good scout off on J-Power. Grabs him first.
Oh yeah. That's actually really, really nice indeed. But of course, the Overlords from J-Power are going to go ahead and see this. And this is J-Power's choice, actually, of course. Because I presume that it's loser chooses next map.
Yeah, I'd imagine that was true. So J-Power selected this map. It's a huge map, though. I mean, I think it looks big anyway. It's hard to tell without the units.
Oh, no, it's big. It's like Tal'Darim Malta size.
Yeah.
It's freaking huge. It's Whirlwind. The map is called Whirlwind. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Whirlwind.
I was going to go with Vortex, but...
Vortex. I don't know if this has anything to do with Brood War. I have it on the brain all of a sudden.
Brood War isn't. Vortex. What does it say? Whirlwind. Whirlwind doesn't appear to be a Brood War map, according to Google.
Oh, wow. Have you Googled it?
I did a Swift wiki.
Oh, man. You're so on it.
I know, right?
Amazing. This is why the world needs co-casters.
Yeah, someone to alt-tab occasionally.
It's all freaking good. So we have Sol doing his opening again. Yeah, I mean, I think I was right last time with the Forge in the main right there, because this map, Whirlwind, the ramp is freaking ginormous.
It's a big old ramp.
Yeah, I mean, it is aided by that supply depot there, but It's a big ramp.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that supply depot, nicely sunk into the wall,
Yeah, yeah.
is a good. It's a nice little block off, but
Yeah.
we're going to go typical Soul J Power style on this one. I think again, it's going to be third and third possibly because I mean this could go quite a long time. This game, I'd imagine, because it's a big map, and neither player seems that all in kind of worked last time. But I wouldn't expect either player to go for that this time.
No, I think if Soul were to try and do the same kind of thing, I don't know, J-Pam might be expecting it. Who knows? We'll just have to see.
He's definitely going to be playing safer this time around.
Yeah, we have J-Power taking the third again in what he's done in the past 3 games, you know. So
yeah,
it's a consistent play.
For sure.
But it's like we're just gonna have to see, man. We're just gonna have to see. Like the PvZ opening is so well established at the moment.
Indeed.
It really is.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of variations on the Protoss end. You know, you can do +1 Zealot timings and, you know, big gateway all-ins or a Sentry, you know, Sentry gateway push with some upgrades or an Immortal Sentry push with a Warp Prism or without a Warp Prism, and there's lots of stuff you can do on the Protoss end. The Zerg just needs to get their 3 bases up and get the drones going.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
I think that Sol is going to take advantage of how large this map is by doing a secret expansion.
You reckon? I mean, he's got 2 on gas, so that's kind of
look at this probe
gas.
running around like absolute crazy. I mean, he went over there to the top right-hand side, maybe looking for a hidden expansion from the Zerg. But it just
maybe
seemed...
he's definitely being very, you know, good with the scouting.
Yeah, man. It's just when I thought that guy was going up to top right there, I thought maybe we're going to see a hidden expansion, perhaps, or maybe he's going to hide that probe just outside the third to put a pylon down.
I mean, but the thing is about this build from Sol is he's got 2 in gas, and that always is a sign of a build that's extremely well mapped out, because the gas timings are so, you know, sort of rigid with that. With 2 in the gas, it is more efficient to mine like that to a certain degree, you know.
4 gateways down right now for Sol.
Yeah. So what is it? Is that +1 weapons, 4 gate pressure into third base? Pretty good.
It wouldn't surprise me if we're gonna see some pressure coming into the third base right here from Sol.
Yeah, I mean he's not gonna go mental with 4 gateways and a robo.
No.
But it's gonna be quite potent with +1. He might even, you know, wait for +1 armor as well and go with some more immortals like we saw in the previous games.
Yeah, and unluckily for Sol there, the Zerglings have seen the pylon, so I don't know what he's going to do about that. I mean, obviously J-Power now kind of has a grip of what might be going on. Bet what's going through J-Power's head is, oh my god, it's happening again!
He may well be worrying. The thing is, he already has 15 Zerglings on the field, so if he focuses that pylon, it's just going to go down, and there with that tank is dead. So good, you know, J-Power's defended, he's fine, he's feeling comfortable, he's probably, you know, going to start droning, and be a happy fun time for Zerg.
They'll probably try and clear off the Zealots as well.
Yeah, they are, giving it sprints.
Of course, roaches are kind of slow.
They are, especially with, you know, off creep and...
Without guile reconstitution.
Yeah, they don't like grass either, get stuck in their claws.
Roaches are really weird looking units.
Yeah. I still think Stalkers are more weird looking. I just can't get over that the face is that low down.
Yeah, I once casted a game on YouTube, and I actually once said Stalkers just look like eggs on legs. Like,
yeah,
their heads
literally
just look a bit like an egg, and then they're just kind of like on legs. And this guy left a comment and was like, oh, like, why are you talking about the way Stalkers look? And was being, you know, fairly rude. And then I believe Killer Bunnies jumped in and was like, that's good sometimes, man. So there we go. I think it was him anyway. I know he's in the chat right now. And actually, yes, it is an Usman versus Viper XK series later on. Just so you know, Killer Bunnies. Just so you know.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that one.
Yeah, man, that'll be fun times. Fun times, happy all. But now there are Zerglings coming in. Ooh, there's a little hole in the little wall off there from Sol, but nothing too big to worry about as his army is directly behind it.
Gravitic Drive on the way for Sol, so he's going to be looking to push out with those warp prisms and mess with J-Power, and J-Power gets in. He sees a certain amount. He does see the Robo researching, and he might not quite put 2 and 2 together and come out with Gravitic Drive and Warp Prism.
Yeah, taking a leave out of White Ras, but with all the Warp Prisms this evening.
Yeah, and the Spire is on the way for J-Power, so he may just be going, Colossus, and panicking a bit in that sense. So this could be work really well for Sol.
Yep. And of course, this is the penultimate game in the series.
Indeed, either way you look at it. Well,
unless J-Power wins.
I mean, let's just
of course.
So it's potentially the penultimate game.
Yeah.
It has the potential to be for the penultimate game and the grand final.
The Immortal Drop nearly was an Immortal Doom drop because they nearly died. That was terrible. And they actually managed to get away, but I'm not actually sure how Sol feels about this anymore because obviously J-Power knows that something funky's going to go on. And whoa! They go down and go straight back in the Warp Prism again.
Oh, Sol's kind of, I can feel his frustration with trying to get something done with this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's now 10 Corruptors on the way, but he is actually going straight into Colossi, so it is going to work out kind of well for J-Power in that sense.
Yeah.
And Sol could kind of, he could have accidentally made J-Power go in a good direction for J-Power.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a really, really annoying thing. But actually, like, look, J-Power has so many units. He's nearly capped.
Yeah.
I mean, that's early. I know he is Zerg, but that is very early.
Yeah, I mean, he's been able to throw down the 4th base pretty quickly, and the 3rd base pretty quickly, and he didn't get any harassment down on it, so he was able to drone heavily up to a good drone count and just start maxing.
I think maybe the name of the game must be to deny Sol his 3rd at the moment.
Yeah, and that's a good plan, because that's what's been catching. That caught J-Power last time, and here we go.
Here we go. Oh, lovely force fields there. Actually, he's taking the Zerglings straight off the line of armored roaches.
This Colossus died really quickly there.
A lot
to
of
all those Corruptors.
What's going to happen? I mean, J-Power could probably just walk straight past Sol's armor and go after Rambo.
So many force fields still, though. And they are nice.
Down goes the Colossus.
I don't know about this move from J-Power. He's boxing himself in really heavily here, and I don't know whether it's something he can win. He needs to get the Corruptors out there as well. And this is a close fight, but J-Power's been thrown off now.
I think Sol is actually going to manage to claw it back. Just about. Far more roaches on the way right now, so I think Sol definitely chose the right time to get out of there. Both players actually on very, very similar harvest accounts.
Yeah, and the Infestation Pit coming down from J-Power, which is a nice transition to be making.
Yeah.
Sol kind of worried about counterattacks, which he needs to be, because, you know, he's getting counterattacked. And I don't know if this is going to work either from J-Power here.
No, I mean, those cannons are up as well.
Everything, though, so that was it's a good use of those Corruptors, even though there's no air units.
That's quite a lot of link coming in.
That is a lot of link.
Sol's
go down.
You know, Sol's blink micro is actually pretty good.
Yeah, and it's what's been kind of saving him here. And he's defended again. It's some really nice holds here from Sol.
That and the upgrades.
Yeah, I mean, he was against a max Zerg before, and he's been also hold off 2 pushes at 100 supply, so...
Yeah, I mean, and that army was largely based out of Stalkers as well. You know, J-Power had largely Zerglings, so composition-wise it was even in J-Power's favour there.
No 4th down for J-Power either.
Nope.
So that was not, you know, all in, but he's got no tech, and his infestors are really late.
No armor upgrades for J-Power either.
Yeah, so, you know, he's got out... He's kind of cut items that he normally would like to have in order to do that kind of big push and...
Try and win the series. Yeah.
Didn't go so well.
I know, yeah. He's working on his 1+ armor right now. But, I don't know, like 3 weapons now for Sol. And that's just going to absolutely chew through these roaches. And... really, J-Power's going to want 2 armor to go against this Protoss army, at least to feel safe. And that's a long way off now, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the Protoss is 3-2. That's really good upgrades, to be honest. And I'd be scared if I was in J Power's shoes, because he's now stuck on Infestor Roach, because he is going to go for the hive, but it's going to cut out a lot of his production of units, so he's kind of counting on Soul sitting back for a bit.
And is Soul going to do that? I mean, if Soul does do that, he's going to miss out on being able to use his 3+ weapon and his 2+ armor effectively, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen, as he's looking like he's about to go, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of ready.
Uh-oh. The Stalkers have gone one way, the Colossus have gone other. Oh!
That's dangerous.
That is very dangerous.
He's also got his +3 armor on the way, so I don't know why he'd attack now with that on the way, unless he gets like a huge kind of positional advantage, but
yeah,
he should be happy just to max out and wait for that +3 armor and then attack when that's just about to finish.
Absolutely.
And that would be just before hive, so it'd be literally the perfect time if he goes on that +3 finishes.
I mean, he could even spend his time capping. I think that's exactly what he's doing, actually.
Yeah, and it's going to be another sort of minute and a half, 2 minutes before Broodlords kind of get on the field.
Yeah. So
especially as they actually... Well, I think it'd be Broodlords, but because +2 weapons for flyers is actually 50 seconds away and the hive's done, so that's kind of irritating for him not being able to start the Grace's fire.
Nevertheless, man, look at those Stalkers absolutely rip through the health of the Roaches there. Good times had by all. Very, very little energy left on the Infestors. A nice blink around the back kills 2 Infestors off straight away. I'm sure that there's going to be more units coming in for Soul now. And actually, Soul really murdering his opponent. I think the upgrades really just helped so dang much.
Yeah, and Soul looking like he could push up, but J-Pow's flooded with Lings.
Oh wow,
and he's going to sack this base. And go for a counter?
Maybe. I mean,
Could
I think J-Power will obviously
shots.
want to attack on creep, but there isn't actually that much creep to go around in this little junction. The Infestors are running around with barely any energy. The question is, can J-Power get this around on the Stalkers? It doesn't really matter, because Soul does have Blink there, and just Blink straight out of trouble.
J-Pow's trying to buy time at the moment to get some Roaches out, and he's not doing too badly, but he's losing units along the way, and he's can't afford to do that. Those Infestors can't get killed.
Misk has left the game outright.
He's had enough. He's just rage quit.
Well, they're all leaving the game.
Well, potentially a J-Power fans there.
Perhaps, dude. Oh, and there we go. Just 1G. That's either a good or a game from J-Power.
Well, I don't think he's happy about losing, so I guess it's just game.
Nah, yeah. I don't know. Like, Soul's upgrades.
Yeah, they smashed it.
Really, really hurt.
They were big.
Alright.
So we are going to get ourselves a game 5.
Yeah, man. Awesome. All freaking some. I don't know if Usman is actually going to be online for this best of 3 or whatever.
Are we just going to watch Viper Macro?
Yeah, Viper's Micro.
We'll just watch Viper Macro his way in a 1 versus no one best of 3, which he is sure to, you know.
Ooh.
Another nice loading screen.
It is nice. Wow, what's this one?
Don't know.
Dude, that's a Sky Shark.
Oh, Sky Shark.
Oh, yeah.
Mental. It's like reverse Daybreak.
Yeah, it actually is. Cool, we don't know the name of this one either.
Wow. It's a mental map, I love it.
This is another pick from
it's got the Artosis Bot 2000.
Huh?
It's got the on the top of the little plinths in the middle next to the Zalnagas. The Autobots are called the Artosis Bots.
Sick, dude.
So these are GSL maps. You know, I'm judging there from being Sherlock Holmes and with that huge GSL logo.
Oh yeah, it's quite inconspicuous, really.
I know, right?
Is the other one a tasteless bot? No, it's just an Artosis bot. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the final game in our series right now commences between Soul and J Power, 2 players from Ucap Esports. Oh yeah, this is the final of their in-house StarCraft 2 tournament, and actually Sol has done a really, really nice job of reviving this for himself, even. As it did look like J Power was kind of just all over it at one point, but Sol has managed to bring it back quite nicely. With me is Mr. Phonics.
Hello.
There he is. Good times. Dude,
indeed.
This map is freaking awesome.
It is. It's crazy.
It's cool. I really love the temperature of the color.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the you know, it's a cold ice kind of wash.
I feel cold just looking at it.
It's nice. I also like the Vespane gas. Look at the
the little
extra
pipes
stuff on those. That makes so much sense.
It's really cool. It's really cool.
I can't wait to see what like that looks like when stuff's built on it.
It'll probably look awesome.
So what do we reckon we're going to get out of this game? Is it going to be similar to like the other kind of 4 games we've seen? I guess
God. You know what? I don't know, because I didn't even get my sneaky look at the time.
No?
No. Because usually that's a hurdle that I have to jump over when I cast stuff, because I never, ever watch stuff before I cast it. I've never done it. I've been accused of doing it, but I've never done it.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, I just don't know. I didn't look at the time either on this particular one. I try not to do that as well, really, because to make it more a more authentic experience. But I think it wouldn't surprise me to see J Power going and getting that fast third, and Sol doing his safe expansion, because it's got a big berth there on the natural.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big map again, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, in layman's terms, it wouldn't surprise me to see what we've seen for a bit, you know?
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
I mean, definitely, the third the third is quite far away from the natural. But it's kind of tucked back, so...
Yeah.
It could be quite nice, sort of easy-ish to take. I'd imagine the fourth looks okay. I mean, this could be a long one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this map's just crazy. I'm just kind of staring all over and
it could be like a really epic
working stuff
map
out on it. Yeah, I mean, there's a weird little expansion down there as well. I didn't even notice till now with one Vespane.
Yeah, it's like the half expansion ones they used to have in Brood War.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing about Brood War that is actually true. I'm pretty sure that Whirlwind is some sort of Brood War rebuild, and this wouldn't surprise me either. But I don't know. Man.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I have to find out what this map's called. I wish was a way they're going to bring it up on the UI.
But there we go. We have the expansion, the third expansion right there from J Power in the top right-hand corner, being sealed off and defended there nicely by Ling. It's the same one. It's the same rough game, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it is the same, pretty much. It's pretty standard. It's pretty safe from both players. It's good economic opening from both, and it just gets the stuff that they want. This map is underwater, I swear. There's flying fish, or it's underwater.
One of the sky sharks is really fat. Where is it?
There's more than one. There's a coral and everything. It's so pretty.
It is pretty. This is a very pretty map. It's so blue.
Yeah, man. Oh, this map is called Abyssal City.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool. Killer Koala seems to think it's called Beer and Chicken for All.
That'd be a better map name.
Would be better than that name. You know what? Oh, man. The Artosis bots. They're dead.
Oh, chat found it before me. I only just checked chat, and people can Wikipedia stuff faster than I can. It's horrible.
Dude, that's unfortunate.
I know.
Wikipedia is a beautiful thing. Liquipedia is also a beautiful thing.
Yeah, true.
When I used to cast more pro games, it used to be my Bible.
Yeah. Indeed.
But I haven't casted pro games for a while now. Really.
Who needs those guys?
Still cast Masters and stuff, you know. And right now at the Ucap finals of the in-house StarCraft 2 tournament, it is an absolute pleasure to be casting this. I have to say, yeah, We've known Soul since like iSeries 45.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know he's a good guy, really, and he's helped me with my gameplay a lot. There we go. The Sky Shark over the natural expansion of the Zerg. It's huge, man. Ginormous.
There's a sky. Oh, blimey! I just saw a screen.
Oh.
I'll insert that. Where is it? I can see it now.
You'll
Not
insert
like
that into
press,
where?
like press insert.
When you say I'll insert that, right, and you're talking about a big fish, what are you talking about, man? I feel like if I'm going to cast with you, I should know these things.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Nice. Oh, yes. Cool beans. So, right, we have Sol going and getting his Immortals, and actually not doing any sort of shenanigans at all. And, you know, to a certain degree, you have to feel maybe kind of sorry for Sol if he doesn't know these maps as well as the ones that are currently on the ladder pool. But nevertheless, we've got the layer on the way for J-Power, and also a macro hatch too, and you know, to me that really says that we're going to see a lot of something, and I am going to hedge my bets and say, right, I'm going to say
ready,
it's going to be roaches.
You reckons?
Yeah.
Are you willing to put money where your mouth is?
Yes. How much
I'm
money?
seeing 2 Evo chambers, and I reckon it could be Lings.
Alright.
Lings with something.
Alright. I don't know, man. I just reckon it's going to be the layer to get the 2+. Oh, maybe, because he's researching
I'm going to completely ignore the fact that he's getting Roach attack upgrades and say he's going for Lings. Melee upgrades. Yes.
He's getting both.
Cheeky.
Maybe
So we
we're
should
both
split.
right. Should split. Tell you what, if you give me a fiver and I'll give you a fiver.
Yeah, that sounds like a fair deal.
Excellent. Groovy. Awesome. So here we go. We have J-Power discovering the third base of Sol right now, and Sol is going to probably have to cancel this Nexus unless the army can get there in time, and it doesn't like it's going to be able to, and stop these Lings from attacking with those really nice crafty force fields, and well defended there by Sol. He is, of course, going to be heading into getting that Sim City nice and quickly as well.
And there was some nice force fields.
Yeah, they were really nice. But meanwhile, we have Zerglings just being held off there in the main base of Sol. Very, very close indeed. J-Power almost actually got away with a run by there, and that would have been absolutely horrible for Sol to deal with.
Yeah, that's one of the most annoying things to do with his Protoss is sort of Lings marauding around your base.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
It's not good times, but J-Power's droning up heavily now, and he's got Pathogen Glands on the waves finishing up. You know, 1-1 for his melee.
Yep.
He's getting everything nice for that Infesta mid game. And I think he's going to stick with Lings, it must be then. Because he's not built many roaches, has he? No, he has none, so...
Oh, so I was wrong. I mean, he's got a Roach Warren.
Yeah, I know, but that's too easy. You see, you know how I Sherlock Holmes the GSL with the, you know... Yeah, but you got to ignore the fact there's a Roach Warren and he's getting the plus melee upgrades. He's getting 3 Evo chambers. He's going crazy.
He's
doesn't know what day of the week
craziness coming on here in the finals of the Ucap in-house tournament. And that Colossus is going to get sniped by the ones that he usually murders. But actually, the Lings are going to get away. Well, all but 2 or 3.
Zap.
Scantipede kind of hanging out, wanting to be one of the Lings, but doesn't quite make it into the ranks. Meanwhile, we have Mutalisks on Zaveri.
Oh, that's interesting. What?
Well, we've got a Spire coming, Alex.
Oh, blimey. I thought you were like 3 minutes ahead of me. I'm like, the Spire's only halfway.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and presume that we've got Mutalisks coming.
Yeah, sorry, I was panicking.
I really, really think that J-Power wants something to happen here, harassment-wise.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to keep Sol back.
Yeah.
Mute is a very good way of doing that. But it could be a contingency plan. He could be going for a Swift Hive, or just trying to get some Corruptors out to deal with the Colossus that he knows Sol is oh so fond of. Because that's been his idea for them mostly, just getting that Spire, getting the Corruptors out, getting the sort of flyer attacks going, and... Well, there's a Hive. That's a fast Hive. Well, standard Hive, I'd say. I don't know.
It's quite fast.
Yeah, it's fast-ish.
Well, that's quite fast. Maybe he's just going to turn it on and go and get some Corruptors, turn them into Broodlords.
Yeah, I mean, it's about I'd say it's about 30 seconds faster than you normally see.
Yeah.
A high started. So that could throw Soul off a certain amount because he's only just getting his Colossus out now, but +3 weapons. And it's finishing soon. That's scary. That's fast.
Well, it's got to be
going
fast.
for raw damage.
Yeah, in this matchup. And actually, I really like Soul's chances here for a really quick defeat of J-Power.
He's got like a zealot.
Brilliant composition.
That's really nice.
He's
it looks
got
like
charge,
a very clean comp.
charge as well. Yeah, you know,
charge,
he's
loads of
moving
sentry
out.
energy, Archons.
Yeah, I
+3.
really like Soul's comp here, and it's looking dangerous. You know, it's looking real dangerous. Fungal growth goes down on the ramp, and that's not what Soul wants to happen when all the zealots get together like that. But just look how effective the zealots are against this Link. Oh, infested combo. That's just so painful, man.
Yeah, it is. I mean, all the Infestus dying is horrible, and he's not really got so much to clean this up with 20 roaches on the way, and now you see why he's been keeping those missile attacks going.
Absolutely. And actually, this is just
going to be close.
Absolute destruction here coming out of Soul. And he's in the main base. This is exactly not what J-Power wanted to happen.
Yeah, he's got the roaches have popped out now, and they can do quite well against the zealot forces. But there's 3 Archons down, so many zealots. It's insane.
Oh my goodness, man. So I think I just...
Force field's going down. The Spire could follow, and this is a scary, scary time for J-Power. He's slowly kind of whittling down, but the main core damage dealers are still there for Soul. He's still got Sentry Energy and Mortals and Archons, and now a huge swell of Stalkers coming in, and I don't know what J-Power can do.
I really don't either. I mean, the Hive is even being focused down as well. Well, it would be being focused down if he had right-clicked on it, but he didn't.
Oh well, he's that is a huge space shard. Like,
it's large.
Oh, this is horrible for J-Power, and Soul has got to be
very happy.
He's got to be very happy at the moment, you know, seeing his opponent crumble, and there's an Archon drop heading towards third base.
Oh,
and snags, burning kills.
Soul really putting it all out right there, you know?
He is. Oh, the micro. Don't pick it up into that. No, okay, we're good, but still. Nice while it lasted. The main base completely gutted now for...
All these Overlords are going to die as well, and that will supply block J-Power.
Yeah, this is it's all kinds of wrong. It's 190 supply to 84. J-Power, you know, it's the last in the tournament series. He needs to hang on. Oh, and he doesn't have to apologize. He put up a fine showing, and it was a very close series, to be perfectly honest.
It was. Actually, the first... It's strange, really.
First 2 games were, like, really quite dominant by J-Power.
Yeah. Soul, I think he kind of switched to a more aggressive kind of style, and it really, really worked for him. But there you go, the victor of the Ucap in-house tournament for StarCraft 2 is indeed Mr. Soul. So there you go.
Beautiful.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with like that series. It was really, really fun to cast.
It was a good one.
Usman is not online.
Usman.
Come on. So. What to do? What?
I don't know.
Let's see. Why don't we... I mean, Usman said he'd try and be back, but it doesn't look like he's going to be back because it's 20 to 10. So, we had a request yesterday and we weren't able to do it yesterday, so why don't we do it today?
Hells to the yeah.
Yeah? Cool.
Yeah.
Let's just do that then.
Right, where is it? Should I...
No, you won't have it. It's in a new folder I've made. I'm announcing to the world how freaking organized I am.
Yeah. Excellent.
My goodness, my housemates are screaming at each other. That's not good. That's not good at all. Right, so let's go ahead and... Oh, actually, is there like a Heart of the Swarm game we could cast?
Maybe.
We did say that we were going to do that.
Yeah, we haven't done a HOTS game yet.
We haven't done a HOTS game. Dude, that would be pretty cool. I mean, I'll look at cast it real quick. See what we can get. We'll see what we can get.
Snoop Dogg's doing an AMA.
Really? Snoop Dogg, how do you feel about this? Snippity-diggity.